Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, you're welcome. My name is Rosina Sharon, and I am a makeup artist, makeup enthusiast, makeup educator majority of the time, and today we're going to do a bridal makeup tutorial, a very detailed one, by the way. I have a couple of other bridal makeup tutorials. Today's going to be a bit different, so at least I can show you a number of looks you can do. You cannot do one look on every bride, you know that already. So today we're going to do something a bit different, and before you do that, kindly subscribe, share your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll be reading all of them kama kawaida, and if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. With no further ado, let's go straight into the video. So we're starting with prepping the skin first, and before you apply anything on the skin, make sure it's not too dry, okay? So I'm just using a bit of water on cotton just to make sure my skin is not too dry before I start with the skin prep products. And for skin prep, I'm starting with the Garnier vitamin C serum. You do that on bare skin, okay? Don't apply anything before you start. If you're going to start with vitamin C, make sure the skin is bare, and I'm just going to apply that all over, okay, all over the place, and then allow for it to set first before I move on to the next product. Do you guys see how my skin is already looking? Yeah, it's looking alive already. Now after that, I'm going to use the Bondi Suns SPF 50 plus sunscreen. Guys, if you're going to use vitamin C, make sure you apply sunscreen immediately after, okay? And I'm just going to apply that all over this the skin. And guys, for the Bondi Suns SPF 50, it's very moisturizing, okay? It's a very moisturizing sunscreen, okay? If you have oily skin, I wouldn't recommend you go for this. But guys, do you see how moisturized my skin looks now? So it is a sunscreen plus moisturizer 2-in-1, and my skin now is ready to go. Now starting off with eyebrows, because I already moisturized my skin, it's looking oily around the eyebrow area. I'm going to make sure the eyebrow area is as dry as it can get. So I'm starting off with soap. Apply a bit of soap just around the eyebrow area, and then wipe it off using a dry tissue. And then after, to start with the eyebrows, I'm going to start by brushing the eyebrows up using a spoolie, and then to line, I'm going to use the Davis No. 3 eye pencil. Make sure the eye pencil is as sharp as it can get. And guys, I have a very detailed eyebrow tutorial on this channel. I have like 3 of them. Just search, you're going to find very detailed. And next, before we start filling in the brows, we're going to use a bar soap. Wet it with water, rub on it, and then you're going to use a spoolie to take some of that thick white foam that forms there to brush through the brows. Around the inner corner, you brush it upwards. As you go towards the outer corner, you brush it in a way the eyebrows just fit in between the 2 lines, okay? And then after, you're going to press the eyebrows in using the flat side of the brush, and then allow for that soap to dry out completely fast before you start filling in. To fill in, you're going to start from the outer corner going towards the inner corner, and you're going to use gentle strokes, okay? Gentle strokes using very little force. And as you fill in, you're only going to focus around the areas where you feel like there is space, where your natural eyebrows are very visible. Leave that area alone. Now around the inner corner, you're going to tilt your eye pencil sideways like that, and then start just creating a shadow starting from the lower side, moving up, and there you're going to use very little force. Now moving on, to clean the eyebrows, you're going to use a concealer 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. I'm using the one from Golden Lip, and you're going to use a flat brush, and the flat brush should be seated in this angle as shown. Towards the outer corner, you're going to clean it in an outwards angle, and then immediately after, drag the product down as you go. Around the inner corner, you're going to use a foundation that matches your skin tone, so it's easier for you to blend later on, okay? And I always drag the product down as you go. Very important. So after cleaning the eyebrows, you're going to use a fluffy round brush just to blend the product in, and here you're going to tap it in. Now before you start off with the eyeshadow, you're going to start by setting the lids. For me, I'm going to use an eyeshadow base from Golden Lip. If you're going to do bridal makeup, I would recommend you use an eyeshadow base, not a concealer, okay? And you're going to use the round fluffy brush. You're going to apply the product on the side of the brush, and for application, you're going to start from the lower lid moving up, and here you're going to tap starting from the lower lid. It's very important for you to do that. So the product is concentrated on the lower lid. As you move up, it just blends into the concealer on the upper lid. So for eyeshadow today, we're going to start off with the Shaarz Cosmetics eyeshadow. The shade we're using is this dark brown shade, and we're going to start off by using an flat angle brush. And today's technique, you have to open your eyes and look straight ahead, and you see where your eyes are hooded, just right above where your eyes are hooded, you're going to start creating the line there and just following the shape of the eyes as instructed. Again guys, make sure your eyes are open and you're looking straight ahead, so at least you measure it just above where the hood is. And this technique is suitable for hooded lids as well, okay? Don't worry, that is why I use this for today, because I want all of you to be included. Guys, do you see the line as instructed there? And make sure your eyes are open when you're doing this, okay? And then after, you're going to create another line starting from where your upper lash line stop and connect it to where that other line stops, like that. So it creates a V on the outer corner, okay? Just as instructed in the video. Now, and after that, you're going to use a very small round fluffy brush, a very tiny round fluffy brush, and you're going to use that to blend in on the line, just on the midpoint of the lid there, the one we created, just to blend. You can use a bit of product just to emphasize that shade of eyeshadow there, and then immediately after, tap off using the same brush, tap off the excess product, and then here you're just going to use stroke like motion, okay, facing up again to just blend that, okay, just to blend at the edge of the first transition, okay. And then after that, you're going for a lighter shade of brown now using a bigger brush, still small, round and fluffy, and then you're going to use that to blend in the first transition. And here you're going to use circular motions, very little force, or alternatively you can just use sweep like motion using very little force. And then after that, you can use either finishing powder that matches your skin tone, just to blend above it there and below the eyebrows, okay. And then after, on the outer corner, on the line we created on the outer corner, the lower side, you're going to start off with the dark brown shade we started off, okay, and using a small brush as well. Do you see that? Just on the outer corner, just a tad bit on the outer corner as instructed. Don't do too much, just as instructed in the video, okay. And always while blending in eyeshadow, make sure you use very little force. Now, moving forward, you're going to use the same fluffy eyeshadow using a tiny amount of eyeshadow base, okay. You're going to use that brush to tap around the crease region there as instructed, and your crease region should come to at least 3/4 in width, okay. And then after that, you're going to take your packing brush, you're going to pack in any shade of nude eyeshadow of your choice. For me today, I wanted to go with it. This is actually one of my favorite shades of nudes. I love peachy nudes. So starting around there first, and then around the inner corner, I'm going to use a brighter shade just to make sure around the inner corner it's a bit brighter, okay. And then make sure it blends into that nude eyeshadow that you placed earlier, okay. Then around the outer corner of the crease region there, you're going to use a lighter shade of brown so it blends into the dark brown that you started off with on the outer corner, okay. So at least there is a blend both on the inner corner and the outer corner, and it should look like this when you open your eyes when you're done. And then after, this is a very optional step, by the way, you can use a metallic eyeshadow using your finger just around at the midpoint of the crease, or a shimmery pigment. Never apply glitter on your bridals, okay. And then after, you can just do a tiny bit of liner just on the lash line, because you don't need to do a wing eye for this look. And then you can go ahead and do your falsies, then move forward to the face, because remember we already did the skin prep. So you're just going to make sure, actually before you continue, make sure the skin is as moisturized as it can get still. If it has gotten dry, moisturize it again before you move on to primer. So I'm just going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer around my T-zone area, because I have dry skin. I don't need to apply primer all over the place. If you have oily skin, on the other hand, make sure you apply primer on all the areas you have open pores. And for primer application, especially if you're going to use a mattifying primer, tap it in, okay? And then when you're done, allow for it to set first before you move on to the next. Now, today I'm going to color correct the under eyes. I'm using the orange color corrector. Make sure you use a tiny amount of product, okay? And then I'm just going to use a small brush to blend that product in. Again, guys, emphasis on a tiny amount of product. For color correctors, you don't need to use too much. If you use too much, because the color corrector is just going to balance, do you see that? It's going to balance the hyperpigmentation. So you use a tiny amount of product, and then after that you can just use a bit of a powder just to set that in, so the color corrector stays in place, okay, before you move on to foundation. So you do color corrector before foundation. Now for foundation, I'm going to use the Nars foundation, and I'm using the Adam Beauty Blender, to blend that in. And to blend in, I'm just tap. If you're going to do a bridal on a bride, use a brush or something you're comfortable with, okay? You can use a brush to apply the foundation. Now for me, I'm just tapping in. Little product goes a long way. And we don't apply foundation under the eyes, guys, okay? And remember to blend in the neck. Very, very important. Blend in the neck, okay? So you're going to do the same exact thing on this other side as well, and always blend in the neck. And in case your bride or yourself, in case they have hyperpigmentation, maybe the neck is darker than the face, make sure you match the foundation to the neck. If they have hyperpigmentation, you match foundation to the neck, okay? And then for the nose region, you're just going to apply a tad bit of product around, starting off with the bridge of the nose first, and then the product remaining on the brush, you're going to apply it on the side of the nose, okay? And then for the forehead, you're going to start in between the brows, and then as you move up, you're going to blend left to right, right to left, starting just above the eyebrows, moving up, so the product is spread out evenly, okay? And after you're done with foundation, you can either use a cream blush or a cream bronzer. The one I'm using is like both in one. So I'm just going to, and the shade is burnt orange, okay? Burnt orange, not a bright orange. Burnt orange is the difference for my skin tone, okay? And I'm just going to apply that on the high points of the cheek. And this is a cream lipstick I use. Cream, okay, on the high points of the cheek. And I'm using a very tiny amount of product, and it should end where your pupil ends, okay? And then moving forward, you're going to highlight using a concealer. So I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. And where to highlight, so I'm starting with under the eyes, inner corner, outer corner. That is where I'm going to place the product for starters. So we're just going to do that on both sides first. And then after that, we are going to highlight the tip of the nose as well. Just a tad bit. On the nose, you're going to apply a very tiny amount of product, okay? And then we're going to highlight the forehead as well. Now for the forehead, you're going to bring the product in between the eyebrows as well, okay? And if you have a big forehead like me, use a very tiny amount of product, okay? And then to blend that in, if you're going to use a hydrating concealer, give the concealer like 3 minutes to 5 minutes just for it to set first before you start blending, okay? If you're using a very mattifying concealer, on the other hand, blend it in immediately after, okay? Now you're going to start blending the tip of the nose and the forehead. Make sure you blend the under eye as your last resort, okay? So immediately after you're done blending in the under eyes, you need to set it in immediately after, okay? Do not wait for that concealer to dry. So you tap to blend, starting from the inner corner. And can you guys see, after you apply a color corrector, blend it in and set it in with powder, it does not move, and it just balances out the skin. You don't see any hyperpigmentation after you're done highlighting the under eyes, okay? Or any area you have color corrected. So you start blending from the inner corner, going towards the outer corner. And for the outer corner, make sure you blend it in upwards, okay? Don't drag the product down. Blend it in an upwards angle, okay? So the product remains where it should be. It sits the same exact place. Don't apply the product all over the place. And if you use too much product as you go, up, you can blend it onto the side of the forehead as instructed in the video. I don't know how to explain that. And then after using the same beauty blender, the side that has product, you're going to take a bit of a finishing powder that matches the same exact shade as the concealer. I'm going to pin a picture of the product I used here. It has to match the same exact shade of concealer, okay? And you're going to use that to set, starting with the under eyes. And to set, you're going to press it in, okay? So starting off with a finishing compact powder, and then you're going to set on all the areas you highlighted using a concealer. That would include tip of the nose, around the corner of the nose as well. Make sure you remember that. The forehead, and make sure you set the smile lines as well. Sorry guys, I have a cold, I'm sorry. And then after that is when you can use loose either banana powder or translucent powder. So you start off with a compact finishing powder first, and then you use a banana powder or translucent powder after that. And then after that, I'm going to use this bronzer from Cara Beauty using a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to apply that on the high points of the cheek. And to blend, you're going to blend it upwards, not downwards, okay? Blend it upwards in a sweep-like motion. And then you're going to use the same product just on the forehead, on the hairline region there, and make sure you blend it into the hairline, okay? For the forehead, you blend it into the hairline. Now for the nose, you're not going to use a bronzer, you're going to use a contour shade that is 2 shades darker than your skin tone. So any powder that is 2 shades darker than your skin tone. So you're starting off just where your eyeshadow stops, rather 45 degrees on both sides, and then as you go down to do the contour lines, you tap, okay? And make sure you cut it down there as well. Now to blend in, you're going to use a clean fluffy brush. This point is very, very important, so you don't end up having harsh contour lines on the nose. So on the upper side, you blend it into the eyeshadow. As you go down, you tap. Very, very important. And then after you're done, you can use a finishing powder that matches your skin tone and apply that on all the areas you did not use powder on. That would include the neck as well, and it has to match your skin tone. And then after that, I'm just going to use the Golden Lip cream eyeliner, and I'm going to apply that on the waterline alone. Don't bring it below the under eyes, just on the waterline alone. And then after, for bridals, I would recommend you use both setting spray and fixing spray. So start off with a setting spray to melt all the powders in, so at least the makeup looks like skin, and then a fixing spray to make sure the product stays in place the whole day, okay? And then after that, I'm using a lip lining first before I do the lipstick, or rather lip gloss. So I'm starting off with a brown lip liner, and make sure you blend in the lip liner first before you move on. So for the lip gloss, I'm going to use Sweet Candy from Golden Lip Cosmetics. It's a nude but with a pink undertone, and I love it. And then guys, for the cheek area here, instead of highlighter, I would recommend you use clear lip gloss, just a tiny amount of lip gloss, okay? A clear lip gloss with a fluffy brush, and then just apply that on the high point of the cheek there. It's going to give you a very natural glow without you necessarily using a highlighter. Do you see that? Without highlighter, it looks dewy with a natural glow, and that is what I would recommend for brides as well. And that would be it from us today, guys. Look at the look. Ooh. Would you do this for your bridal, for your wedding day? Would you do this look for your wedding day? I would, totally. And guys, take this look, give it to your makeup artist. We are tired of seeing the same looks on brides. Everybody has the same look. I beg. Take this one and take it to your artist. Oh, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video. I'll see you guys on my next video, and please subscribe, okay? Bye.